Yo, what is up, my people? Black Tiger, Black in action. What's going on? Okay, we're going to talk today about the violent left and how ridiculous and absurd their violence has become. One of these examples speaks largely to the problem at hand, and it's that of public officials engaging in basically what is coming to inciting violence in some cases. So let's take a look at this clip of Maxine Waters, senator out in California, giving a speech to some people out in public, and let's see what she has to say.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
Right, well, okay, that's pretty obscene. There's no need to do that, to go out in public and to yell at people and to, shout, shame, shame, and to try to scare them and make them feel like they're not welcome anywhere in society. How is that proper and civil behavior? What is that going to achieve other than making people feel resentment and make them want to not associate with you and just worsen problems and deepen divides? It's a really counterproductive strategy, and that's why I can't understand why these people are constantly engaging in calls for this type of action, this type of behavior that's really inappropriate for a civil society. So let's look at another example here. This gentleman, I use the word, just to use it, Peter Henry Fonda, in his tweet. Let's just take a look at the tweets real fast. Oh my goodness, this guy, right, calling to scare the fuck out of the children of these governmental officials. Like, once again, that's really inappropriate. If you think that a person is engaging in something that's immoral or unjust or that you disagree with politically, policy that they're enforcing, as it is in this case, where they're harassing ICE agents and stuff like that, the obvious and appropriate manner to handle it with civility is to engage in free speech with the people that you disagree with. So what these people are doing is absolutely asinine, and it's frankly wrong and really immoral in a lot of cases. And I have now felt the effects of the liberal leftist violence myself, as I was at the Chicago March for Our Lives rally. Let's see if I can grab some screen cap footage of that. Let's check that real fast.
A movement that was created among Chicago and Baltimore youth that are everyday survivors of gun violence and have been fighting since day one to end it. It is a movement that consists of the young people that the system, society, and media have failed to acknowledge.
So yeah, as I was an interviewer as a reporter was attempting to interview me, I was attacked from behind. This guy jumped up on me and he grabbed the flag out from my hand, ripped it out of my hand, threw it on the ground, and as it was on the ground, he grabbed it from the pole and he ripped it off the pole. It's one of those little retractable metal poles, kind of like a teacher's pointing wand. And, he starts taking off with it, and I was, following him down, and I was saying, give me back my flag, man. Like, come on, give it back, dude. And he's like, oh, what are you going to do? You going to try to get it back? Like, you're not going to get it back, man. You ain't getting this flag back, man. And, I didn't want to, cause a huge scene. I didn't want to start a fight or anything. So the one thing that I was, getting a little loud about was, you're ruining the peace rally, man. You're ruining the peace rally. That didn't really work. I don't know what would have worked on that guy, quite honestly, besides maybe a swift downward strike to the cranial area. the moment that I get jumped from behind and the person's bent over on the ground trying to grab the flag. Other than that, I don't know. I could have tried to yell police maybe, or like help somebody. I have no idea what I should have done really, but I tried swatting at his arm, grabbing it out from him, but not really forcefully, because like I said, it wasn't worth getting into a fight with this guy. And then two other guys joined up right beside him as he was making it clear that he wasn't going to give it back, and their presence was also implying that they would join in on the action if I persisted in my efforts to try to get my flag back. So I called it a day right then and there, and I left the rally. And of course, as I left the rally, one of the crazy leftists, this old man, black, apparently veteran dude, he was trying to get it in my face, and he was saying ridiculous, dumb shit. He was asking me if I have a pistol, and I think that he said, "I'm going to need it." I'm pretty sure that he called me a fucking faggot at one point. I'm not sure if I misheard him or not, but I'm pretty sure that I heard that. He called me a coward, and he said that the reason why I don't properly respect the military is because I'm a coward, and you wouldn't join because you're a coward, not because of the reasons why you say you wouldn't join. And I'm like, no, it's not because I'm a coward, it's because I don't want to die for a military industrial complex that uses the military as pawns to increase its capital gains across the world, so like, I'm not gonna go die for those reasons, man, so don't call me a coward for not wanting to join, because if there were a true, horrible situation like World War II, perhaps I would join. You don't know that, so you can't say. But that guy was just ridiculous. So there was no reasoning with him. And there was no reasoning with the orange and blue neon, or I'm sorry, well, yeah, they did have blue neon. The orange, blue, and green neon t-shirt people, the ones that are like, those Observer, like with the hats, I think that say Observer or whatever the heck it says. They're all part of a cult. You can call it a political organization, and they can classify themselves as that and, file registered with the government as that. But in reality, they actually do fit the definition of a cult, and these people are ridiculous. They say they're against walls and they're against borders. Excuse me. I'm going to have a sip of water. Good, tasty water. Water, which... rivers create borders, like natural borders. There are natural borders of water called rivers and lakes and things like that. Do the leftists not like that? It's like, how ridiculous do people want to be? But anyways, as I arrived, they formed a wall in front of me at first, after I had been, talking with some people. And as they formed the wall, I, tried engaging in speech with them, saying, I thought you guys don't like walls. And actually, there was one guy that was live streaming me, which was pretty nice. It was some African guy. He was wearing some African shirt. He was pretty cool. I wish I could have talked to him more and got his info or something like that. But anyway, so yeah, that's how those people are, and they don't respond. So that's one of the things how you can tell that they're cultists. They don't engage because that would jeopardize the thought control that their group leaders have over them. That's one of the methods that they use, is to tell them to just completely block anyone else out that has any other, point of view that doesn't automatically align with all of theirs. So that is one of the things that cults do to people. And then as this other lady was trying to debate me, this, cultist lady came up to her and she started trying to say to her not to listen to me, all manner of thing to try to dissuade her from listening to me, whatever reasons she could think of, all a bunch of nonsense, rhetorical garbage, and insults, what do you call it, ad hominem attacks, things like that, So as she was attempting to do that, I fought back, and I, started telling the lady that, was trying to be brainwashed by this cultist lady, that, you don't have to listen to her. You're a free person. You're a free entity, a free being, a free soul. You can think for yourself. You don't have to be influenced by this woman telling you, how to think. You can, think for yourself, whether or not you believe that what I'm saying is right or wrong. You don't have to listen to this person telling you to ignore what I'm saying right now. You can think for yourself. You are a free person. You don't have to be mentally enslaved by this woman trying to tell you to ignore the words that are coming out of my mouth right now. So for anyone out there that wants to go ever to one of these public events, a rally, a protest, a march, whatever the event is, you need to be prepared to be able to debate these people and to be able to rebut whatever nonsense they have to say, because that's usually all that they're full of. And it may come to the point where they just, start screaming or trying to make noise. And if that's the case, there are multiple ways you can handle that. You can, make noise back at them, or you can just keep on trying to hit them with logic and reason arguments until they go away. There are ways of dealing with those people that'll make them stop just making noise, So shame usually is the best tool for that. Making fun of them for, just being like a screeching bird. You can be like, you're just like a screeching bird. Squawk, squawk, Polly, do you want a cracker? Does Birdie want a cracker? Here, let get some seed for you. Here's some seed. And start throwing imaginary seed at it. Why don't you go fly away, Polly? Come on. Just be funny with it, usually the shaming them through being funny, it works very well, because then the crowd is all laughing, and that makes them feel even more embarrassed. It's pretty good psychological stuff. So that's one way that you can handle the lefty noisemaker people. But anyway, it's really sad what's happening with the political scene out there, and how violent these people on the left have become. And it's really sad that people on the right always, kowtow with the whole, even though there are bad people on the left, there are bad people on the right too, so we don't want to just assign blame to one side. It's like Trump only did it one time strategically, I believe, at one moment where it was appropriate to do that. But, you really shouldn't do that, because currently it's like if there was a tally, it'd be leftist 10, people on the right 1. The leftists, that guy tried to assassinate Steve Scalise at that baseball game. And, they've done that thing at Evergreen College where they're walking around with baseball bats looking for people to beat up that are Trump supporters and stuff like that. They, started fires on the campus and got it shut down and were wreaking all kind of havoc when Milo was going to give a speech. When he was giving a speech at one university, they took the stage and, took the microphone from him and stuff like that. So, these people are obscene, they're ridiculous. Even Dave Rubin, a homosexual gentleman, which, the left always claims to champion being the rights giver and protector of the rights of the LGBT community. So it's ironic that they would send people to harass a gay person at a private event that they're holding because they have politics that they disagree with. But that just goes to show that it's not about identity groups or whatever. They want you to think it's about the protecting of equal rights for marginalized groups or any of those things. It's about power. It's about political power. And that's why they'll use anyone as pawns in their schemes to gain that political power. The Democrats, the people on the left. So that's why right now we're seeing violence, and we're seeing things like Maxine Waters calling for people to constantly be shaming and making uncomfortable and making feel unwelcome anywhere in society, these certain government officials. And that's why we're seeing, people like this clown Peter Henry Fonda saying garbage that we should scare the fuck out of their children, these government officials and stuff. So what the left is doing, obviously, is completely inappropriate, and it's not going to lead us anywhere good. It's only going to take us to a bad place, because the only obvious solution to finding problems and implementing problems, solutions for those problems in our society, is to have civil conversations with each other and debate reasonably with rational, logical arguments, so that we can determine what the best method of action is to, combat the ills that plague our society. So I hope that I hope this video has been informative to you. Thanks for watching. Black Tiger, as always. Like, share, subscribe, all that crap. Patreon, of course, and whatever, yeah. Keep on coming back and watching. We're going to make more videos and get deep into the thick of it. So, this was a Black Tiger presentation. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time. Have a good evening, folks.